All right, let's begin. I'm going to keep this as concise as possible. I don't want to be dragging this out for hours. God damn, you people don't have an attention span longer than about 2 minutes, most of you. So, let's start with silver. Oh, look at that. The irony is, um, stock charts hasn't updated their silver charts today. They have some kind of problem. So we have stock charts settling at 60.65 yesterday officially. But of course, silver did see an upside reversal this afternoon, and it did print, and I just checked. Silver printed a new historic high of 61.94. 61.94. That's pretty good. But I got to think we could see 63, 64s before the weekend. And if that's the case, I should sell it all and then look to reposition. I'm in options, so there's all sorts of derivative issues in there in terms of rollover and the K factors, and it's usually good if you're in a big gain into the weekend. It is usually a good idea to just, as I call it, clear the decks and then start afresh on Monday. So my only concern would be if I do sell it all on Monday, that we gap on Friday rather, that we gap up on Monday. That would be annoying, but still, I could live with it, sort of. So anyway, yeah, silver 61.94. Let's jump to gold. See, gold is giving me more confidence, ironically, than silver is. Gold, gold settled up 19 bucks, 40 to 42.27. Now look at this. I was saying about this for the last few days. Structure is a bull flag. Today's candle, it's really super tiny. I guess if I zoom in really tight, you can probably see it. Look at this. Yeah, look at that. Actually, today's candle is bullish engulfing because the body of it exceeds yesterday, so that's okay. That's a bullish engulfing candle. In theory, we should go up to, you know, we should be up at least we should be up at least $50 between now and Friday, just to get. And of course, that would take out 42.64 and confirm the bull flag, which is what that is. The bigger issue is, if we pull back, is the fact that structures a bullish pennant, and it offers basically gold 5,000. Maybe not, not until like January or February, but that's what it would offer. You can, I should probably draw down pennant on those charts, but it's, see if you look at it on a GLD chart, there it is. I mean, it's bullish, giant bullish pennant and a bull flag. Same on the silver that I've marked on the SLV daily. Yeah, see there? This giant bullish pennant. The bull flag in silver was more of an F flag. But anyway, look, we had a little cooling. Silver was down about 1% of the lows just after the Fed. So you could have bought it down 1% and it closed up 1.6. So there was a 2.5% late day upside reversal. But yeah, I am twitchy because look, RSI is 75. We're overbought. But again, that can last for weeks. We could just keep going up like that from September, October, when it went up 30. Look at that, 37 to 49. That's $12. I don't know. I could drone on about silver on a monthly chart for hours, but this is look, we're heading up, right? And I even said it on Twitter earlier. And yeah, I'll still call it Twitter. The multi-decade breakout is so hyper bullish on a long-term perspective. It doesn't mean we can't get multi-week down waves, of course. But it's like, look, we know silver's going to go to hundreds of dollars now for multiple reasons: investment demand, but also industrial demand. I said it in the summer. I'm probably going to say it 100 times into spring. But this just seems the easiest trade of all. It's the one trade. It's the one trade I'm not worried about. I'll mention other trades and ideas and stuff, but silver's the one that's like, okay, I can buy a block of silver and not worry about it. We're only in the early stage. Silver only broke out above $50 in October, right? Yeah, there, early October. And you see that broke above. This was a cruel little drop here from 54 to 45. Imagine that, because some people, I'm sure, I have not been reading around as much, but I'm sure a few people out there said, "Oh, look at that! It's a false breakout, right?" It went from 54 to 45. It's just a it's just a cooling wave. That's all it was. And now we're already in the sixth. Well, as of today's close, we printed 61.94. We're going to print $70, right? I just don't know whether it's going to print $70 before Santa Claus, before New Year's Eve, or maybe not until mid-January. And in the scheme of things, it shouldn't matter, except to the short-term traders, not least myself, who need to be careful about running out of time on the options clock. But which is one reason why I want to roll out from January calls to February. That would solve that problem. So anyway, silver, gold, they're looking very good. Of course, the miners are. But did GDX break a new historic high today? No. But you can see the same structure in GDX. Look, giant bullish pennant and a little baby bull flag there, which is playing out today. We're going to be breaking above 85, right? And I did mention it today. Let me find Newmont. I think I might have mentioned it yesterday as well. Yeah, look at that. Gigantic bullish pennant. Yes, they saw. I mean, look, there's bull flag there on the trend line. Yes, they saw a surge upwards. Today was a little bit weak initially, but we closed up moderately. And you think, okay, we're going to break above 98. We're going to go above 100. Yeah, yesterday I mentioned about 125 looks pretty easy within probably certainly no later than February or March. If I was going to buy calls, I'd be buying the February 110s. I have no idea how much those are. I'm guessing maybe $300 or $400 a contract. But anyway, top tier. In fact, it is the best gold miner in the world, Newmont. It's not the best performing stock, but it's very consistent. And look at this. Look at this. Oh look at this from across this year. Little cooling waves here and there, but just you can classically you just draw a straight line, lower left to top right. And now we have a gigantic bullish pennant, which is playing out. And the size of that pennant is so big. It's like we're going way beyond 100, right? To me, that's easy money. And I should consider getting some calls in at least one miner. Maybe Newmont. If I don't do Newmont, I could get GDX instead. That would be more. The cautious will stick to the ETFs rather than individual stocks. What else is um hmm. I'm going to mention United Health again because I've been thinking about it since I mentioned it last night. There it is. Yeah, look at this. It was actually down 0.5% this morning, and then it closed up like 1.5%. Once it breaks above the 10 MA, 420s. I was looking at the February calls earlier. I think I saw the 370s were trading for $700, which is kind of expensive, but We're not going to sell them cheap. And the thing is, momentum's going to turn negative, positive rather. Not in January, but it might turn positive in February or March. That's when the bigger upside will come. But it would be useful to the bulls if we can close above the month, above say 345, and then onward to 420, which is what's that? 60, 55 plus 20, 75 bucks. 75 bucks on 345 is what? 20, 23% ish, according to my brain math. I mean, 23% in a big boring Dow component. There's a trade there. So I'm thinking about that one. There's no hurry, not until next week. Oh yeah, Netflix. Something that Ryan mentioned earlier today. Look at this. One, of course, remember this has all been adjusted for the stock split. So 134. There's December, November. You see the October candle was it was a marginal. I guess you could say it's just a marginal monthly close. But look at November. November's settlement was decisive. It's broken. It's midterm broken. And look at it. We're down 13% for the month in the 92s. Next support is not until the 82s from April. But the more natural target is going to be the November high. Actually, is it November? Yeah, November high from 2021, 70 bucks. That's $22 down. $22.92 is about what? 24% maybe. So yeah, we have 24%, but I don't think we're going to be, we're not going to be down 24% more this month. So this is going to, this is going to drag out into January, right? Because of the bidding war, right? The more that they bid, I'm expecting Netflix to counterbid. I'm expecting Paramount to then counterbid Netflix. And the market won't like that. The market will be concerned that Netflix is overpaying. I think Paramount are going to win the bid, which ironically would be uh, arguably a positive for Netflix because the market is going to whack it down to around here. Also, note the lower Bollinger. Look, that's got to come up to around $70. Well, maybe not until February, March, but 70 bucks, that would be my target. In terms of monthly momentum, looks like, look, why the hell would you buy this at this time? Momentum has only turned negative this month, right? So there is no doubt Netflix is going to go down into January. It's a valid short, although I wouldn't do it. But yeah, Netflix, interesting. What else is Hmm. I don't think stock charts is updated yet. Probably not. Nope. Looks like their silver charts are broken for today. Oh yeah, then there was Owl yesterday. Owl was actually upgraded by Raymond James today. They're looking for 20 bucks, which is all the way up there. That looks on track for like early January, right? What else? AKR, look at this. Look at this. 141. And yes, it's overbought now, 78, but I mean, it's breaking above key resistance. Next resistance is 151-ish. It's another 9, 10 bucks up. Financials are strong. What else? Just thinking of what matters. I'll just make a note on the VIX. Look, I even said this to my subscribers. Look, end of the year, the Fed is out of the way. Why the hell would you expect the VIX to go up? VIX looks dead into January. I mean, it's already 1577. You got to think you could easily be printing the 14s this Friday afternoon. We haven't seen the look. We haven't seen the 14s since okay, not that long ago, September. But yeah, VIX trade is dead until next year. And the old leader, as I call it, transports. Look at this. Again, low cheap oil is what is one of the things that's helping, right? If you're bullish at transports, you can't be bearish the main market. Of course, the Russell actually oh, look at that new historic high today, and on a monthly. Oh, look at this. It's at 8 months straight up, which is the best run since 2021. Oh, and yeah, today's candle in the S&P is bullish engulfing. So in theory, Thursday will be an up day. I don't think, yeah, 7K looks out of range this week, but you could print 7K on next Tuesday, Wednesday. But then again, keep in mind next week is OPEX, which bodes for chop. So where they gonna? I'm already starting to think about where they gonna pin the market next Friday. Where they gonna want to pin it? 69, 6,900. So maybe get to if we can get to 7K early next week, probably Tuesday, and then call it back to 6,900 for the pin, and then resume upwards in Christmas week, and then post Christmas Santa rally, which will extend into early January. Yeah, we could be 7,100 or so. Oh my God. Look at that. Bull flag on Google. I mean, it's just stair stepping up all the way, right? Why the hell would anybody be bearish Google? It's bull flag. I guess I should mention the best of the silver miners, of course, which is Pan American Silver. Look at that. Near historic high, 49.31. Clearly could easily print $50 by the weekend, not least if silver is 62, 63s. The real Here's a question. I'm going to disappear on this thought. I want you to ask yourself the question: if silver is a couple of $100, I don't expect that next year. But let's just say 2027, 28, silver's somewhere, I don't know, 250, $300, which of course is crazy talk. But if silver was 300 or even 200, what's Pan America? I mean, you could even argue it's relatively closely almost mirroring the silver price. So if silver itself is 200, oh, Pan American is what, 150? But yeah, bullish silver, bullish gold, bullish the miners. Gotta be. Seems the most straightforward thing right now. Yep, stock charts are still failing to update their silver chart. Oh well. But yeah, just keep in mind it did print 61.94 this afternoon. Hopefully it'll print 62, 63s, or even, I mean, I don't expect 64, 65 until, I mean, maybe next week. But again, next week is OPEX, so I'm inclined to do nothing in OPEX week. Although Silver can do its own thing relative to equities. Maybe I'll just call back for. Oh yeah, one thought I was gonna have with silver is maybe we should be looking for another bull flag. But you see in the previous run, it went up for what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6 days up. Then it got stuck, bull flag, and then yesterday it broke up again, and today was net upside. Again, the SLV chart's better because I got the pennant marked on it there. There is no way we're going under this. Is that we're not going to see SLV under 49. Hell, maybe ever, maybe ever again. It depends. It depends on how high we go up. If SLV can get to 70, 75, it will be almost impossible for it to ever go back below 50 again. But anyway, I'll keep it at that. Interesting day, a positive day for myself. And hopefully, what I'm looking to do is get out of silver on the next big update. And so, today wasn't a big update; it was just 1.5%. Give me a, give me a, another three, give me another 3 or 4%, and that will do for the week. On that note, I wish you a good evening.